Welcome back to If Just for Today. My name's Craig G. I'm your host. I want to thank all of you for coming back and watching this. Today's If Just for Today is If Just for Today, let me have trust in my higher power. When I came to the start of this, which is roughly a little over 8 years ago, I was pretty agnostic. And any belief I did have in God, for me, that was a lot of anger, a lot of upsetness. And I will tell you, cannot thank, and I'm going to use the word carefully, God enough for the grace He has shown me to allow me to open my mind, to allow Him back in. There's never been any problem with God. The problem has always been with myself. And, we're spending so much time with so many people and the amazing journey of this past 8 years for me, I cannot thank enough for those that have helped me and those that I've been able to help. And in no way, shape, or form, for me, none of this could have been possible if I couldn't open my mind to the acceptance and the belief, first of a higher power, but that quickly changed for me to be God. And today, there is no going back for me. I have no desire to want to go back. Uh, a lot of people think that, if you don't get what you want when you want it, God doesn't love you. Well, God's not a spiritual butler, you know, and God never promised things were going to be easy, never promised things are going to be fair. But I can tell you, in my 70 years of observation, watching from um, a nation that had what I call a moral compass, being America, to a nation today that has lost that moral compass. And for those that don't believe it's happened, well, you just choose not to want to open your eyes and see what's happening. I will always be grateful to my friend Gary, who gave me the open to all, attached to nothing. And when the God came into my life, I like to say open to all, attached to nothing but God. And to have trust, to have faith. That is a very difficult thing. And I do understand that because I walked that journey. Um, and the best way for me to say it's like, you know, if I go somewhere and I drive my car there and I'm visiting somebody and my car breaks down, I'm going to ask whoever I'm at, can you give me a recommendation where to go? Um, they're giving me what I'm hoping is a recommendation to that the person knows what they're doing, that I won't be ripped off, the price will be fair, all these issues. And I take the car there, I get the car back, and it worked out as best as I could have ever expected. And a year or two later, I have to go back there and my car breaks down for another reason. Well, I'm not going to ask that person if you know somewhere to go. I'm going to go back to that person. I've had a one-to-one relationship, and I'm no longer going on hope. The second time, I'm going on faith. And when it comes to God, for me, I'm so grateful that it's not only a second, the multiple of, for me, they're small miracles, small gifts, the grace God has shown me in spite of myself, in spite of what my anger was many years ago. Um, the fact that today I can accept disappointment and be grateful for it. And people say, well, that makes no sense. Well, it makes total sense to me because when I have disappointment today, I know that's an opportunity for me to learn something, for me to grow if I choose. And again, for each person, they have to make their own choices. I just find it so interesting as we move farther from a belief of God, um, how much the problems of suicide, drug abuse, alcohol abuse, what I call all the isms, have proliferated. Uh, and people don't see that there's a connection. And those, especially who've worked or walked into a program and work a program, have seen the miracles, not only in themselves, but they see it in so many others around them. But I will be the first to say those miracles only happen if the person is a true participating in it honestly and humbly. There are a lot of people say that, oh, I'm going to do this. And I will tell you um, most do not follow through. And that's, again, their choice. And that's the other thing I love. All this is, to me, the recognizing and being so grateful for that freedom of choice. So grateful that a power greater than myself and for me, that is God, can guide me and lead me if I open my mind to it. And if I'm willing to do my work, it's not going to happen without me doing having my own participation. And that's probably the hardest part, is crossing that first bridge, the first hurdle. It's like swimming. Most of you know that I'm an avid swimmer. I swim an hour nonstop almost every day. And for me, that's my prayer time to God. And I'm not praying for what I want. I'm praying for gratitude of the blessings I've been given. But I also know every day when I go to get in that water, oh, that first lap is the hardest lap to do because I know I have another 50 ahead of me. Um, but once I get in there, I have the faith because I've done it enough times. I know even though the pain I'm going to go through to get to the end of that hour, the end of that hour, I'm going to have such a better feeling. Um, just by the fact of me having a feeling of being so grateful to God for the blessings. I didn't mean this to be a religious video. It's not a religious video. It's a spiritual video. I'll be very honest with you. Most religions don't. I don't fit good in institutions of any sort today, and I'm grateful for that. I like to be uh, going against the common thing. Many will say, well, most religions are losing people. Well, I would. I'm sorry to say, it's not just religion that people are losing. Most people are losing the connection to God, and I think that's a sad state to say the least. And I truly believe, um, when our journey is ending, near the end, and maybe that's part of the reasons I have this attitude that I have because of what I've been through. I have a different look on life, but I couldn't have that with all the involvement of the excellent people that have been in my life. The people from inside my program, the people like Des Prager, Jordan Peterson. Uh, there's just such a plethora of people that have such wisdom that we can learn from. But wisdom is only good to those that are open to wanting to hear it and listen to it. And, that's a choice we all make. So I'm not trying to push anybody to anything. I'm just sharing my personal experience and my personal experience of watching others as well as myself that have crossed uh, this bridge and realize how much more beautiful life is. And for me, having that word gratitude, because like I say, before 8 years ago, um, I didn't have much gratitude. I surely had a lot of attitude and a lot of anger. Today, I have so much gratitude for those in my life, those that I meet, and most importantly, without question, the top of that list, so much gratitude to God for the grace He has shown me in spite of me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please share it with others. And I really would appreciate if you'd consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the like button if you'd like to leave a comment. We are getting to the end of the If Just for Today's, and I haven't decided what will happen when we get to the end of it. I will let God guide me, and I will be a willing participant in that journey. So, if just for today, I want to thank all of you for being here, and just very grateful for all of you. Thank you again for watching.